Let me start my presentation by thanking the team of world-class business leaders to arrange this wonderful conference on the corporate ESG strategy. Uh, we are bringing this presentation on the overall integrated ESG excellence point of view. So I will talk something about our company first, what we do globally with our clients, the enterprise corporations, and then also I will try to share some of our insights, the experience which we have in this space for near about 7, 8, or I would say near about 10 years. And those insights can give you, some directions from now. And we are, since everybody is preparing for the 2026 year, what exactly we can do in our own company, you can, utilize those insights that way. We also have some success stories, case studies of our global clients who have worked with us so far and what impact they are able to achieve or what value they are able to unlock. So those all things I will, share. Let me tell you quickly what is Growlity. So I'm the founder, president, and CEO of the company. We started the company in the year 2020, in spite of the pandemic, COVID time in 2020. We, launched this company, and the meaning of Growlity word is basically growth with sustainability. So if you see the name, GROW comes from growth, and LITY comes from sustainability, last 4 characters. With this intention and only this one thought, I started this company. Before that, I was into manufacturing and consulting experience for my corporate life. 2019, I came out of that, and then 2020, I was wanting to do something at my own. So we started these companies. We had some initial trouble to actually navigate this company through the unprecedented COVID time. But what we are able to do in last 5 years of time, that is something I want to share with you. From the day one, the company is registered in US. So our headquarters officially registered in New York. We have our office near to the Times Square in US. And then we also have our Indian regional office because we belong from India. That's our hometown. So we have a regional office in India where around 50 plus people are now sitting and helping all our clients globally. What we also have learned in these 4, 5 years of time that in some part of the world, language is very, very important for any transformational activities to get succeed. So we, started having people, we started acquiring people, looking for right talent in different geographies. So today we have, these 50 plus people around, available around, more or less 10 plus countries, and they can talk in multiple languages. So we have someone in Thailand, in Bangkok, who can speak Thai. We are also having now a person here in Germany who can speak German language. We have people in North America region and in Brazil who can speak Spanish and French, Mexican language. The good thing we are able to do so far, and I'm so glad to inform you that in 5 years of time we are able to get 250 plus clients. So these all clients are actually available or representing around 23, 24 countries. These clients are coming mostly from the manufacturing background, transportation, distribution, pharma, chemical, IT, information technology background, mostly in US and in some part of Asia. We do a lot for our own company because when the company was started with just an intention to help anyone in the world to achieve growth with sustainability, we also started working something on our own. Today, and from day one, in these 5 years of time, we are a complete paperless company and people. We have not used any single paper. If you give me your visiting card, I take a picture and give it back to you. I have never used diary, any paper. We have never purchased even a printer in our office from day one. Those kind of small steps we started doing, and today, if I look back, in 5 years of time, a lot of impact we are able to create on the planet. And somebody was talking that planet is something considered as material issue now, material risk now, right? We are all, our own company is certified with various ISO standards. Our own company is also rated with EcoVadis Platinum Medal. I'm going to talk about something what we do for our clients globally on EcoVadis, CDP, and other thing. But we believe that before we go and teach someone something, we also should be able to do it in-house in our company. So we release our annual sustainability report. We are platinum EcoVadis company. Our service offerings, if you see, in these 5-6 years of time, the landscape of ESG and sustainability has taken a very good shape, mostly for the manufacturing companies having their supply chain worldwide. So eventually, when we were growing, we also tried to create some verticals or domains or segments or departments, you can say, where we understand and help our clients through various initiatives and those verticals. So one big vertical in our company is on the ESG and sustainability advisory. There we talk with our clients on the net zero decarbonization aspect of our client. We also help them to go and register, validate their targets for Science-Based Target Initiative, SBTi. Apart from that, we also run sustainability programs for their suppliers. This is something which a large company can always consider, and right now we are working for around 20 plus companies globally who are running this program on their supply chain, like vendors or vendor partners or suppliers. These vendor partners can be anywhere in the world, and we take the complete charge to actually drive that sustainability program for that company. Apart from that, we also have a very large vertical on ratings and score improvement, or I would say any disclosure you're going where some percentage of our rating is coming. EcoVadis, as since morning we are all hearing that it has become a very prominent rating mechanism, especially for the European and North America region, and most of the suppliers who are from Southeast Asia region. We are one of the topmost rated and successful consultant in North America region. In India, the team is doing maximum work on this EcoVadis project. At a time, we handle around 100 plus assignments, which is happening in different parts of the world. We are EcoVadis approved consulting and training partner also. So last 3 years, we are working very closely with EcoVadis. Anything you want to do with EcoVadis, if you are at gold and you want to move to the orbit of platinum, we are the go-to people. If you are struggling to even get to the bronze or silver rating, we can actually help you navigate your strategy, and our extended team can become your virtual sustainability managers to create the right set of documents for your company and then help you achieve the medal. Most of the business to our company is coming through reference. And so far, we have given 200 plus, medals to their suppliers and all those EcoVadis rating company. We have some success stories also coming in my presentation. I'll show you about that. Same is the case for CDP, Carbon Disclosure Project. We help companies for that particular season, which generally comes in the month of September, October. We help them prepare right strategy, governance mechanism, that board meeting, and those notes which they have to bring to their board. And anything required in terms of calculation, documentation, we help them. B Corp advisory is one of the prominent service, especially for the European region. We have clients in Germany, in UK, in Austria, that region where we are doing these things. And there are other ratings and scoring mechanisms we also work. We have eventually created a very good platform called Growlity Academy with respect to time and the experience we gained in the area of ESG and sustainability. This platform is called Growlity Academy, and we run a lot of training courses. In fact, these days we are also talking and working with our clients to help them create AI-powered training materials, and then actually including that into their learning management system platforms. So we, being the domain expert, the sustainability professional, we create the content, the video, the audio, AI, multiple language, multiple accent, and then create the end-to-end course which can be treated to actually increase the competency of your workforce. That level of work we do through the Growlity Academy verticals. Now we are also having a transformation, moving from a typical and conventional advisory and consulting company to a tech-based sustainability technology company, and we have created a platform called ESG Tech.ai. And this platform is already utilized by 100 plus paying customers globally. And in this platform, I'll show you some of the snapshot of the platform. Also, people are able to calculate their scope 1, 2, 3 emissions and also the maturity assessment of their ESG in the company. About myself, I'm technically a mechanical engineer from India, and then I went into a very, I would say, deep corporate experience. I was working with manufacturing companies, and also I worked with, a consulting company in my 17, 18 years of career. Then I decided to start my own entrepreneurship journey, and now, everything is happening in Growlity. In 2022, I was honored with my PhD, and this was the thesis of my PhD, where I could, create a kind of an evaluation or scoring mechanism for any company who wish to go and score themselves for ESG. So there are 12 factors on environmental part, 12 factors on social part, and 6 factors on governance part. And then there are 6 different levels. Likewise, our friend has just shown us the AI, 5 different levels. There are 6 different levels in this mechanism where you can just answer those questions and rate your company. And now we are utilizing the thesis of my PhD, my doctorate, into the business transformation required for all our global enterprise clients. I'll also talk about that. This was the company's background, our own background, my background. Today I'm joining this conference with my colleague, Mr. Prabhat Pant, who is also here. He's our Vice President, Global Market Development and Partnership. And also we have, Mr. Mane here, who is our German-speaking person from Berlin. The responsibility which is given to me today to talk about is to, say something on the integrated approach for ESG excellence. And we have actually lived this. We have actually seen this in the last 5, 6, 7 years of time, actually on the ground with our clients. So today I'm going to talk or give my insights, something in the space of first advisory, second certification, and then third is the technology. Before that, our own belief in ESG, everybody has seen ESG as a buzzword in the last 5 years. People in US have already started talking ESG is going. ESG is already sidelined. ESG is going and something else is coming. People have renamed the concept from ESG to resilience. Some people are talking about resilience. Some people are talking about, climate risk assessment. ESG will stay or not, we don't know. Different geography, due to these geopolitical issues we are having around us, ESG is going to be renamed or rephrased, but the fundamentals are supposed to be same. Our own belief on ESG, because I'm coming with a doctorate on the ESG, we say that in next 20, 30, 40 years, if we really want to save our planet, we need to do. We are all the experts on this part, and since morning we are talking about nature, product carbon footprint, supply chain, decarbonization, circular economy. Everything comes under E. But if we really want to give something to our future generation, we will have to start working on it. And thank God, these people in the room are actually working on it. We also come with a very strong belief on the S part of ESG. In social, we say that there will never be a compromise to any human dignity. While they are working or not with your company, your suppliers, their families, anything you do on philanthropy, anything you do with charitable activities, the diversity, equality, inclusion. If human rights are compromised, then you are not even sustainable. And we don't need to teach this. The third, but very, very important on governance aspect. Business must run. On the roundtable, we were discussing about how we can, deal with our suppliers. And we have, the bright minds and the experienced people in the conference. In the roundtable, we were actually deliberating that supplier behavior, what could be the strategy for your suppliers, how we can bring the transparency. And I come with a very strong belief that business must run with the power of ethics. Transparency, and the boldness in your business can always make it or break it. With that, what's also happening around us due to this, geopolitical tension happening in different parts of the world, and somebody wants, one country, someone wants the control of a country. There's a war going on for last 3 years. I don't know who is caring about it. There are countries, small countries who are aspiring to become the, hub for global supply chain. And hence, we also have so many jargons, so many concepts, so many things to deal with. This is just on the E part of ESG. There are so many things on the S part of ESG also, G part of ESG also. So just to make it clear, it's all about how we really want to make our business sustainable, profitable for everyone. And that is where we talk about this concept of growth with sustainability. You cannot keep your eye closed on growth and only talk about sustainability. And at the same time, you cannot keep also your eyes closed on sustainability and talk only about growth. With that, let me also talk something very specific about some of the hard truth, which I just want to share on the ESG part. Most ESG programs today look like good in reports, but fail in execution, scalability, and return of investment. So the main message here is for this year and in these next 3, 4, 5 years, if we really want to make our ESG approach, concept, strategy, anything so robust enough, then standalone ESG will be not working for us. We need to have an integrated approach, and I'm going to talk about that integrated approach. There's one more hard truth which I want to share here. Companies are drowning in frameworks. So we are talking, somebody was so blunt to talk about the frameworks and all the taxonomies and all the burden which is coming to us. We all are just seeing every new day when you're sleeping. In United States, something else is just announced. So those kind of uncertainties we are living. But we are sustainability professionals. We are ESG professionals. We have to deal with those things. Emissions are failing fast enough. Social impact is fragmented. Governance is reactive. The problem is not for the lack of effort. The problem is lack of integration. People are still talking about things in silos. Somebody was talking about quality department, AI will come and then these many things will just go off. Somebody was talking about, I have 4 people who are handling, 3,000 people, 4,000 people. Someone was talking about, I have 70,000 people to deal with in 100 plus countries. And we have these many team members. But if we really integrate everybody, people, process, and also the platforms, then I think, we can actually take the maximum out of it. One more and very, very, difficult to understand, but it is hard truth. So many companies, including myself and our company, we see and we have seen this as a trend. Advisory firms, design strategy, mostly on paper, in conference room, does not go even on the floor, does not even link with your machines, does not, take care of your supply chain, your fleet operators, those kind of things. Certifications verify compliances. There are check boxes, there are tick marks, there are few policy you create, few KPI you select and satisfy someone and get those medals. Technology vendors come to you, show their demo, give even that platform to you for 7 weeks, 30 days, 60 days trial, and then, be behind you to, get it or use it. But the real struggle lies with the people who are actually on it, right? But they rarely talk to each other. So the person who is actually talking and creating PO for the vendor, for this, the software of ESG, has never even seen the questionnaire of the certification you are, going for. Sustainability fails not because of ambition, but because of disconnected execution. This is a message I just want to give. Now, when we talk all these things and also at the same time we talk about the integration, we always have to see this reality. The future of ESG is not another report, not another platform, not another policy. It's a system, just like finance we have, just like risk management we have, just like quality department we have, marketing, sales, it has to be a system. Enough resources also to be provided to this system or the department or function which you create. Fortunate are the companies who have understood this well and created internal team. There are so many companies who are still struggling. If ESG doesn't sit inside core business systems in 2026 or the years to come, it will be sidelined. And hence, what I want to bring here when we talk about advisory, certification, and technology, the way I want to just present it in an integrated way, what advisory should always do, even if you talk with your advisors and consultants, you can keep this in mind. Advisory should be able to help you clarify those why part of doing that stuff. Certification has to be your element to validate that what part, and technology has to always enable you to scale the things which you want to do, including your supply chain, vendor partners. I also have something on each of these advisory. We talk about the next generation advisory. Looks like, or if you are talking with someone, you should always consider materiality linked to revenue and risk, not on few elements dictated by few frameworks or standards. It has to be science based, not vague goals. ESG tied with capex, opex, and supply chains. We were talking in our roundtable. The big asset management company or real estate people, not even considering few initiatives which they should be adopting to have that capex, enough capex in the game. Enterprise level decarbonization and DEI strategy. Advisory in this year must be brutal, data driven, and business linked. If ESG strategy doesn't influence capital allocation, it's storytelling. So many people are misusing, utilizing, greenwashing this thing, but it's reality. We have few success stories which I want to share with you. There is a solar panel manufacturing company based out at India, and we are with them for around 3 years. In the advisory, I just want to share with you what level of impact we can create. It's not that what we are able to do, but something which I just want to share with you as an insight which can inspire you to think about it. We started working with them for the overall group level decarbonization strategy. And in the first few months only, they were able to grab like more than 2 million of cost saving. Now, from where this cost saving is coming, they were solar panel manufacturing company. They are actually supplying panels to the whole world, but they were not talking about their own decarbonization. So we started working on their scope 2, scope 1, and few elements of scope 3. And then we came with that science-based, target. Also helped them validated those targets. And now, just because of the HVAC operational efficiency improvement, we are able to gain $1 million savings from such a company, which is into manufacturing. We also have one more case from US. This is a big company supplying most of their 90% of their production or materials they produce to L'Oreal and those big brands. They are into consumer goods packaging industry. We started doing that strategy or that scope 3 emission optimization with their suppliers. Now here we had a challenge that there were so many suppliers, mostly from EMEA region, Southeast Asia region. So we helped them identify 20% key suppliers who are actually contributing 80% of the volume. And there also we were able to transform their upstream and downstream emission, and then we had some cost savings coming out of that. That was all about the ESG advisory part. If we go to the certification part, here we talk about EcoVadis, CDP, B Corp, and all the prominent Sustainalytics, DJSI, MSCI, all those prominent certification. According to me and our company's belief, certification must give you the assurance. Your customers, your suppliers, your stakeholders should be able to see that as a risk mitigation strategy for your company. If that is not helping you to create a new market, new business for you, then that certification is really not required or not adding any value to your company. We have to see that as a market entry tool. There are so many companies in Asian region or Middle East region who wants to supply to European region, but they are not good at sustainability, their own decarbonization plan. If you go to their plant, go to steel factories, cement factories, they are like miserable. You are not even able to walk in their factory. Then they are really not liable to or eligible to supply their goods. So you actually should take advantage of the questionnaire of each certification and then do something which can help you create new market for new geographies. Buyers and investors' confidence also has to go up. Otherwise, that certification is not helping. Certifications should not be seen as a cost or obligation. They are actually the license to operate, license to trade, and license to raise capital. We have seen so many companies. We are working right now with a company in Kenya, in Africa, and they are doing one of the certifications like EcoVadis just because one investor in Europe is asking them to go for these, so that investor can have that confidence. And with that confidence, they can raise capital and also scale their business. That is how it has to ideally happen. That's what the insight I want to share here. Some of the success stories. This is very very interesting success story. A French retailer in France, in Paris. They are a billion euro company. They are a big supermarket. For their non-food category like apparels and textiles, they have around 40 50 vendor partners in Southeast Asia region like Bangladesh, India, Sri Lanka, Pakistan. So they appointed us, and then we started working with them, helping all their vendor partners to achieve like EcoVadis bronze minimum. So as part of their vendor or supplier development program or engagement program, they design these entire process and utilize EcoVadis as one of the platform to be rated for all the vendor partners, and there we gain a lot of things or good results or impact we were able to create. There's another success story in US. It's a tire manufacturing company. This is also very, very critical. In tires, if you see, those vendor partners are very critical. Sometimes those rubber is actually coming from the organic natural farming, and that farmers, they don't even are aware about the fundamentals of sustainability. So for those kind of companies, it becomes so crucial to run such a thing as a program, and then we also could gain a lot of things out of that. My last part of the presentation, as in integrated ESG excellence model, or you can see that as an insight, is to talk also about the technology aspect. So we have seen advisory, its benefits and how it should be used in the business. We have seen certification, its benefits and also how we can explore that. Now let us also see the technology part of ESG. We are very, very sure, and since morning also we are talking about technology, AI and all that thing. I am sure so many of us are already utilizing platform softwares, and there are tons and tons of people who are talking about technology, AI, automation, data analytics and all. But if you have to rate whether you are really exploring the technology in the right way, you should be having these 4-5 bullet points. One, it has to be automated way. Real-time emissions and KPI should be there from your software. Scenario analysis. Now we are also entering into a new world of climate risk assessment. People have already started working on it. People are taking decisions on climate risk assessment. If you are setting up a new plant, before going to that geography region, people are doing as part of their risk mitigation strategy. They're exploring scenario analysis and forecasting, and the nature-based platform we have just seen today afternoon. Those are all the things we must explore. And on top of that, audit ready at all the times. Spreadsheets will not survive. Technology must convert ESG data into decisions, alerts, and foresight, not just reports. We also have built something in-house. Now this platform is utilized by 100+ paying customers in different parts of the world. This is called ESG Tech.ai. This has two different primary elements. One is to automate your journey for scope 1, 2, 3 on a group level or enterprise level, where you or your suppliers can come and actually calculate your emissions. Plus, my own thesis, the PhD, the doctorate which I got on the evaluation framework of ESG scoring, that is also now converted into an AI platform, and the same user, the same enterprise clients can also answer those questionnaire and help their companies ESG, they can evaluate their ESG scoring. In technology also, we have some case studies or success stories just want to share. There is a listed company in India on the security exchange, and they are into non-ferrous casting manufacturing for automotive segments. They supply very heavily to European markets for automotive clients and giants. So they were utilizing this ESG maturity assessment, and when they came to know some of the low-hanging fruits they can simply transform within their organizations, they could also realize some $1 million savings coming out of it. We also had a very good success story with one of the Japanese chemical manufacturer. They are operating from Asia, and they were also struggling to calculate. Somebody calls it as an organizational carbon footprint. People also call it as a corporate carbon footprint. So we help them create everything into the platform. Now the confidence has gone to a level where now they are also started talking on product carbon footprint, which is the next step for their overall things of scheme. We also help our clients to create end-to-end. So we are one-stop solution for annual sustainability reports. These are a few of the samples we have created for our clients. And here from the content writing, from the design, from the GRI index, all the frameworks, taxonomies, emission calculation through platform, without platform, everything we do. And you are just, you're not required to worry anything about your annual sustainability report or ESG report. I also have a vision to actually create something in our current platform of esgtech.ai, or maybe future it will convert as a Growlity.ai, where I want to automate the process of even calculating or creating this annual sustainability report, because these days it is also becoming a pain for companies to actually put everything together and then create that very bulky or lengthy report, 50, 60, 80 page. If that can come out of a platform, could be a wonder for ESG and sustainability professionals. With that, my few of my closing remarks. One, the future of sustainability lies into AI plus human. So you cannot get it or done it only with AI. AI is nothing without human. Human is not going to be anything without AI. That is my key message, which I want to give. And one more thing, which I always love to say everywhere I go: actions kill fear. So if you think that climate is a material issue, if you think that the future generation will have nothing to have, our future generation, then we must start working on something which is in our control. I'm a person of strong belief that a small action, like how I was telling about our own paperless experience and journey, a small action can actually make this world as sustainable and beautiful. With that, I thank you and conclude my presentation.